How about my dearest YouTube friends? Today we are in a new video about the secondary mission of March 2024, week number 4. In this case, we are going to explain the difficulties and see the rewards. In this case, because you are already seeing that it is about skilled and scientific El Camino, and that you are already seeing above, because my favorite characters to give Onslaught, Medusa and Black Panther, Civil War. Let's see, it does not have People Vein. It does not start the fight, the defender has not been damaged from any source and instead does not store a battery of damage. Whenever the defender is knocked down by a super attack, the battery drains and the defender instantly takes 200% stored damage. Always shot down attackers, the battery drains, attacker receive 150% stored damage. Okay, so therefore we have to take down Agent Venom with a super attack so that we can do him a lot of damage. You are already seeing the battery under Agent Venom's life, and since we are not doing any type of damage, okay friends, so well, we have to bring him down and be very careful that he doesn't bring us down, and in reality it would already be, because you are already seeing the damage we are going to do right now when we bring him down. There we are, 63 on the battery, and look, we have just done an awful lot of damage that basically almost we have killed him. You have already seen it. Our friend Venom people literally has 12% left, which as soon as we have another Super Atake 1, well, it is going to end up falling. Okay, right there, it has 75 batteries, and that's it. There's 226,000 of the year. How outrageous. And is that in reality with any character it can be done well. We continue on the path of the skilled. We are going for Elsa Bloss with let's remember that these characters are random. You can be touched by other characters or speakers, but these are the ones that have touched me. Crazy moves at the beginning of the light, and every 10 seconds thereafter the defender alternates between the illusion passive effect that grants 100% to evade attacks and a special failure passive effect that grants 100% to make that all the super received fail. So in this case, it reminds me a lot of the nodes of the Eternity of Pain. We are going to give it, there we are. You are already seeing that the illusion is there. Therefore, what we have to do is just hit it while we are in blockade, okay, in stop, or rather it is the simplest way. In order to avoid that illusion, you are already seeing that he already has the flaw, so to speak. So in this case, as we take Onslaught, let's remember that he is a character who handles the flaw quite well, as you are seeing. Well, he peels it off quite a bit, so that's it. Everything is very good now, almost that we have it perfect, purified, ready, a strong blow to keep those neuroshocks ready, and we've almost even got the recently deceased Sap Blockton. Well, that's it, quite simple. There's also Elsa Blockton. The one that scares me the most is the boss, the one we have Emma Frost, who is why she took the very powerful Medusa to demolish her and remove that diamond armor that Elsa Blockton Hitmonker has. Friends, let's see. The critical damage of the defender's combat power rate increases to 100% based on the attacker's master block. In this case, we can do it with Onslaught, with Onslaught's blowjob, and we are going to make it quite simple. The only thing you have to be a little careful not to throw Hitmonkey enough to prevent him from going crazy and starting to avoid us, and otherwise it is always worth forcing Hitmonkey to reach Super Attack 1 and throw him, which is the easiest to avoid. You are already seeing it, how easy it is, and be careful that Super Attack 1 has us. Come on. Now he doesn't want to throw that Super Attack 1 on us to see, come on, that's it now. Yes, it has cost him a little enough, let's say. Now yes, we are the Super Attack, although we shouldn't, because we are going to be throwing him, and that's how we are going to drive him crazy. When the killer's cunning is there, he becomes unblockable and has the ability to avoid our blows. In this case, I give him Super Attack 1 again, and our head monkey has just fallen quite easily. So yes, we are going for the boss, Emma. Frost. So let's see what nodes it has, because we have the new trap, and what nodes it has. It has damage, it has life. Both characters' attack is increased by 500 when using a strong attack while charging a strong attack. This defender is unstoppable and is not affected by ability pressure reduction every 5 seconds. In the Fesado, it has an indefinite improvement of more than 10% efficiency. Defender Sigmund to demolition disadvantages now comes trap nodes. Whenever the attacker hits the same basic attack twice in a row, the defender has an unlock improvement for 6 seconds. The attacker suffers an indefinite 80% cowardice passive effect at the start of the fight, intercepts the defender, removes a cowardice passive effect, and applies it to the defender for 10 seconds every 5 seconds. The effect has an indefinite fury improvement, so be very careful, because this character can make us fail due to the unlockable he has. Therefore, you have to avoid doing the same move twice as you just did well. In this case, you haven't seen it, but almost. And you're also seeing a timer underneath Smackro's life that what he is going to do is use more force out of anger and out of efficiency, okay? So be very careful, because look, well, what he didn't want just happened, which was for him to give us in defense. But hey, there we are ready. Let's see if we leave a demolition or something like that. He doesn't want, or there he's going to burst us and burst us. Indeed, be careful with Map Frost. That may be bothering us a lot. Let's see if with Outlaw we can develop the fight in a simpler way, since we have already seen that with our friend. It has not been possible to remember to also launch different combos all the time, okay? Because otherwise it is going to be locked and the character can go quite crazy. There we are, 20-20. That is a strong blow. Because in reality, it also does more damage. 20, there we are. Let's remember that it has the controls reversed. But in this case, I don't know why other Kabang bugs have not been activated. As always, there we are. We threw Super Attack 2 very well. I don't know why it has done us a little damage, the truth. Be careful, Upa. There we are. I don't know why we don't put the controls upside down. I don't know if it's a camera bug or something, but in theory, Map Froze should put those controls upside down. Okay, there we are, another strong stop. The care that we have developed is unblockable to see if it activates it perfectly, because it does not activate it for us. So better for us. In this case, much better. More advantages for us and more ease of doing to this Emma Froze. Careful, that's how he hits us with efficiency and fury. We could be having a pretty bad time, huh? So always force him to throw Super Attack 1, which is 2 going back, and it would be quite simple. There we are, and also be very careful with the unlockable one. And a little more, the truth is, nothing difficult in Map Frost if we know how to fight well, and in this case we control the trap nodes with that unlockable very carefully that throws a strong blow. For us, she throws a strong blow, but there is no need because we have literally killed her very well. Friends, well, we are leaving. Opening the portal, that we remember that they can be obtained in the mission that I already explained at the beginning of this month, and we are going to claim all those mystery prizes and all those shards of the monthly crystal, and we are going right now directly to this or that other path. Be careful, because I already have almost all the Mysterium. We are going to repeat it, and we are going down the other path than the team, more or less, because it is the one I like. Are you already seeing how the skilled characters have also changed? Let's go see Gilu, since what does he have when the attacker writes an attack? The defender has an indefinite fury passive effect that increases attack power with 7 passive effects. Then the defender has a passive effect of unstoppable for 5 seconds. When the spy does not learn, the passive effects of fury are eliminated. So in this case, we take Black Panther Civil War to see how the little path does for us, which in theory should do well without any problem, because also why I carry it, because basically we have to be blocking, in this case, the super attacks of this character. We are there to generate our loads. Is it worth updating our loads? 20, that's it. Let's see if I can throw you a perfect Super Attack 1 for more loads. Ready, and another perfect stop. And now we are going to go to Super Attack 2 to see if we do more damage. It's worth a little bit back to update the loads. Be careful, he hit us there. Well, perfect. At least that way he helps us reach Super Attack 2. Ready comes Strong Blow Poem. Ready and ready. How cool this civilian Black Panther is. I love it. It has totally absurd and crazy damage. That's why I love it a lot. Come on, let's move on. In this case, we have Spider-Punk there waiting for us, and we have the cool one who is the only one who may be bothering you a little. Let's see. Spider-Punk, who has the attacker's well-programmed locks. Start a 7-second timer. The attacker executes bioprogrammed lock again within a time frame and suffers a disadvantage of faltering for 5 seconds. So in this case, we can't. Be making little stops, because it is going to put a flicker if we make that stop again. So be very careful. Okay, look, there is already the flicker node right behind, under the life of Black Panther Civil War. So in this case, we could no longer be making any more stops until that timer expires. We continue to hit carefully. While a stop, a strong blow, we throw open attack 1, ready, we leave good disadvantages, be careful. Ready? Be careful that we cannot repeat the super attack either, because otherwise that is within Spider-Pan's abilities, because he may be bothering us a lot, and I think we already have him dead in reality. Speedpunk, very simple attack character, but no defense as you just saw, so we move on. We are leaving now. Go for Lamol, who is another character that may be bothering you a lot, because in the end, you have to be letting him bleed. Let's see that it does not contain, which basically is that every 25 seconds, it is also super stun for 3 seconds unless you are performing a super attack 1A super. Left is when the timer expires. During this stun, the attacker's armor strength is doubled. So, and I think I'm going to do it with Medusa, with Black Panther Civil War. We could also do it because of the disadvantages of bleeding, but I think this character is going to be better. Be very careful with this invasive daze that has under the life of... from Medusa because it may be bothering us and it's worth 15 rocky loads. So we have to force him to throw Lamole's super attack. Ready and controlling the theme of our taps very well. It's okay because let's remember that the invasive boldness is going to act on us now. So 20 times he just had to block it, and thank goodness he has blocked it, because if he hadn't made us unstoppable and he would have gone a little crazy, this mole, but well, you're fine. Which is coming off more or less perfectly fine. I thought it was going to be a little more complicated, but be careful because I said it very loudly, and we are still 2 things away. Throw it please, throw it please, throw it. You don't want that. Come on, that invasive stunning is coming. Fair, perfect. You have to throw a super attack, let's remember, so that invasive stunning doesn't act on us. Okay, we're almost there. We're a little bit of tapping in. Blocking to reach 15 charges and just blocked us. Well, it's okay, come on. That is to remove the rocky loads very well, and we continue sticking calmly and especially taking into account that invasive dizziness that we have. But in this case we have managed to kill him quite well, and now we are going for Emma Frost. Let's remember that we have the same nodes as before plus some trap nodes. We have a strong jump and stuff, and now what's new is that whenever the mediator of like an attacker gets to 10, a multiple of 10, the defender has a 5-second block improvement. When the attacker fills a power bar, a 10-second timer starts. Attacker 1 does not use a super attack before the timer expires, suffers a direct damage race. So you have to throw a super attack, something begins the fight, and after 15 seconds it has a 25% robustness improvement and a regeneration improvement that covers 25%. These enhancements last 6 seconds, so let's give it. You have to be careful with that regeneration, with that unlockable every time we give 10. And taps, this is what may be bothering us to a great extent in this fight, and also because it is healing like hell. So always be very careful as before. Remember, he doesn't have those, what are they called? I don't remember. Do you see it loaded? We have a bar. Therefore, we have to pull over attack so that it does not damage us energy. This node can be quite a trap, quite painful. 20 hard hit, alright. Here I recommend a character that leaves quite a few disadvantages like that one, as is the case of our friend Onslow. Because with those disadvantages of Neuroshot, we are going to lower the probability of the character's regeneration. Okay, we throw sub attack 1 again, we leave it there, we leave more Neuroshock disadvantages, and be very careful when we reach a multiple of 10 because it will become unblockable. Okay, hard hit, be very careful, ready, throw it to me very well. Or you see right there, he hit us perfectly. We threw another super attack 1 and it hits him. So in this case, I think that with Outlaw, the fight 20 is done quite well. That is a strong blow so that we don't lose the Neuroshocks, and we almost have the fight done. We threw super attack 1, and in Map Frost it just fell with the indicated counters. I think that in Map Frost it is done quite well. It makes it very easy. Well, we are now leaving the little mission. We are going to claim all those rewards. And let's see what we have, because we've also seen that they give us 20 primordial powders, 2 grade 6 class channelers, and a pretty good profile picture. Yes friends, I hope you liked the video. Suggestions are not there, and see you in other videos. Bye bye.